What's up, YouTube squad? It's your boy Justin Jenkins, and today I'm gonna be doing a little bit of fantasy booking. Now, if you guys don't know, I'm a huge wrestling fan, mainly WWE, but I like AEW, New Japan, and different wrestling promotions. I love to see what different companies promote, or what they specialize in. But today I'm gonna be talking about how I would book the end of Roman Reigns' title run, or who I think should beat Roman Reigns. Now, a lot of people say that Cody Rhodes should be the one to end the title run and finish his story, right? Wrong. Now, I love Cody. I think Cody is great when you let him go out there and be himself. But this Brock Lesnar feud has completely destroyed his momentum. The momentum he had at WrestleMania is non existent now. Cody's trying, man, but they managed to kill his aura. He was the top baby face in the company, and now he's fallen so far from grace, it's not even funny. But Roman Reigns, if y'all don't know, which I don't know why you wouldn't know, he's the leader of what was the Bloodline, and he's been undisputed champion for 1,000 days. Now, who I think should beat him might shock you. It's Jey Uso. I feel like Jey, it started with him, it should end with him. And I feel like in order to get to that point, you need to have Jimmy go against Roman at Money in the Bank. Have Jimmy give him a fight. But Jimmy, I don't really know if Jimmy should win the titles, because it'll play into a bigger story if you have him lose and then have Roman just absolutely brutalize him for his defiance and him not accepting the abuse that Roman has thrown his way and towards his brother. Now, what I think should happen is that in the coming weeks, Jimmy and Roman should reach a boiling point in their feud, and we go into Money in the Bank. Now, like I said, Jimmy falls and is brutally beaten by Roman. Just sickening. A sickening beatdown. And Jey's watching, and you can see Jey getting angry because of what Roman's doing to his brother. And he looks at Jey, and just like at Night of Champions, he pushes Jey right in the face and tells him to kick his brother. Tells him to kick a beaten and battered Jimmy Uso. He wants him to betray his blood. But Jey, out of nowhere, kicks Roman. Just kicks him right in the face. And goes over to his brother. In the name of family, in the name of the bond he has with Jimmy. And he does it for his brother. Now, on the following week's SmackDown, we get an explanation from Jey. He tells exactly why he did it. He comes out by himself because Jimmy in storyline is injured and he's out. Now, Jey says the reason he did it is because it's instilled within him to protect his brother, just like Jimmy protected him. And Roman had no right to put his hands on Jimmy. And that for years, he had stood by Roman Reigns' side. He had been loyal. He had done everything that was asked of him. And in the end, Roman was ungrateful for what he did. Now, also in the following weeks, Jey, who realizes that Sami was right, he actually confronts Sami and he apologizes. And he, in a tearful way, he apologizes to Sami, and we see that bridge finally be repaired. And Jey has one thing that the one thing that's no longer a problem to him. And with just rage and just heartbreak and all these different emotions coursing through him, he challenges Roman at SummerSlam and tells him, the power's gone to your head. You've gone crazy simply because you have that gold. You've disrespected our family, and somebody's got to stop you. And Roman basically says, you couldn't stop me 3 years ago. What makes you think you can stop me now? And Jay says nothing. He lets his actions talk. Because in the following weeks, we get these promos by Jay, and we get Jey Uso, main event Jey Uso back. We get him. And we go into SummerSlam. It's the biggest match of Jay's career. Universal Championship against his cousin, Roman Reigns. The story comes full circle. We started with this at, what was it, Clash of Champions, I believe? And now we go all the way back to SummerSlam, the place where the reign started. Well, not the reign started, this Tribal Chief character started. And Jay fights his heart out. He won't give up. No matter what Roman does to him, he won't give up. It'll be an incredible atmosphere because people will be behind Jay. People will cheer Jay. They will love him. I'm telling you. And we see, Solo come out. And Roman is expecting Solo to do something because the referee's been knocked down by a Superman punch. And Solo he looks at Jay, cocks back the spike, and out of nowhere turns that spike on Roman, drives it into his throat, drops him, and walks out of the ring, leaving Jay to finish the story. The reason that Solo does this is because he sees through Roman Reigns finally. What his brothers have said to him has finally gotten through to him. What Sami said got through to him. And he walks out, Jay climbs the top rope, splash, 1, 2, 3, reign ends with Jey Uso. Now, Jimmy, who's still selling his injury, let's just say in the storyline it's an injured leg due to the brutal assault he suffered. He comes out limping and he celebrates with his brother. And you can see Solo just standing up on the ramp looking back. And finally he walks up the ramp knowing that the family's stable now. Jey Uso has restored order and stability to the family, to the Anoa'i family. And he did it for him, he did it for Jimmy, he did it for everyone that came before them, and he did it for himself. And that's how I book it. I would book it that exact way. You even have Sami Zayn come out and hug Jay. And you can even audibly hear Sami say that he's proud of Jay. And it would be so emotional, so deep, and just so heartwarming to see just this moment. It could go down as one of the best moments in SummerSlam history. I mean, let's be honest. The MVP of the storyline has been Jey Uso. The emotions he showed, the character work he's done, hell, the character work that Jimmy's done too. But Jay, it all started with him. We did not believe in Jey Uso before as a singles competitor. Now I can see why people call him main event Jey Uso. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I'd love to see Jey Uso end this reign and have the story come full circle. But let me know what you think about my opinion. If you don't like it, that's cool. I can understand. You can't get everybody to agree with you, But see you in my next video. Peace.